Cut against Sanju Samson. He's bowled fast, he's bowled back off of them, he's tucked him up. He's tried to get into that rib cage, armpit area. And he liked bowling on the surface here. There'll be some good carry.
Employs possibly to go to Will Jacks, the far end. But this is crucial. Archer's line and length that he will target will be a touch fuller than that first delivery. Naturally has the ability to bring the ball back in the air and off the seam. He'll target those stumps of Samson's. There he is, that shape. Naturally, Sanju Samson loves to score square of the wicket. This all-important length. You go a touch fuller, you'll get more shape with that new ball. Just a nip back. The perfect line, the perfect length. Just the top of off stump there or thereabouts, bringing it back in to Samson. Key matchup this. There it is, 25 runs in 5 innings, only averaging 8 against Archer. Quality cricket already.
That's over the top of mid-on. A couple of bounces. First boundary of the game. Well, he picked up length very quickly there. It was almost as if he was expecting and waiting for it.
He played a similar shot against Zimbabwe where he punched it off the back foot for a 6, but this one not timing it well enough. But he'll get a boundary. But Jofra Archer needs to be a lot fuller if he needs to trouble Sanju Samson here. And he's not getting the swing that he usually gets, which tells me the wrist is not ideally behind the ball, but he's got some seam movement.
Oh, that's big. Just using the pace and helping it over the boundary. So an electrifying start here. Boundary and a 6 from Sanju Samson.
Not a great start from England for a man who stands so deep in his crease. He wants the short ball, and Jofra Archer has offered him that, and he gleefully accepts it. Easy pickings for Sanju Samson. So far, he's on top of Jofra.
Yeah, exactly that, and he's earned it, DK. That first shot is to try and get Archer off his good line, his good length, and Archer changes his plan. Good line, a good length here. Make the most of this new ball in hand. First statement of intent from India.
His fine leg up, so that line was perfect for Samson. And there's the adjustment in length. Has to hurry. Much fuller on the last occasion.
Just that pull shot, the bounce, helping Sanju Samson here. But the follow-up delivery was much better from Jofra Archer, a lot fuller. But this one, very short, and he stands so deep in the crease, so it becomes easy pickings. He's waiting for the short ball there, and Jofra has just given him that. Have a look at where he is, almost both legs inside the crease. And that's bread and butter for Sanju Samson. Jofra, the next one was much fuller and a better delivery.
Beautifully timed. There's a man in the deep. So after the first over, it's 12 for no loss.
Yeah, good start for India. Expensive from Archer. Your senior bowler to set the tone in the game, let everybody settle. That's what senior players are about. Experience is allowing other players to breathe around you. Good from India.
last meeting. India won by 68 runs in Guyana. Before that, 22. It was England who beat India at Adelaide. So Will Jacks to share the attack with Archer. Sliced away. First boundary for Abhishek Sharma.
Nice start here for Abhishek. Isn't an easy shot. It was on the stump, not too much turn. England going with the aggressive approach of bringing the off spinner to bowl to Abhishek. Gave himself a little bit of room and almost from the middle stump. When we see it on the replay, we'll see how much it was on the stumps for him to get it there.
I like the intent from India. Normally in a big game, semi-final, there'll be some nerves when you start off. Might be a little tentative. Nothing of that. The boundary in 6 has set the tone.
Just have a look at where Abhishek hits that first boundary from. If I'm right, somewhere around middle stump is where he chose to hit that ball, which tells you he likes hitting on the offside. This was an arm ball as well. Almost middle and leg. Just manufactured that shot.
A little slower through the air there. It's varying his pace. It's important you do that on the surface. Don't get predictable. No change in the Indian side. Plenty of variety, a lot of depth in batting.
Change in field there. Mid on going to long on, long off coming up. So the line could be very much on middle and leg stump. Is Abhishek Sharma going to give himself room to go over the offside?
He's taken it on the full and done exactly that. Charged very quickly down the track. Covered a lot of distance.
And not a good move by Will Jacks there. He should have kept mid-on up and challenged him to hit over mid-on. This is a much easier shot for someone like Abhishek Sharma. He loves hitting on the offside and giving room comes naturally to him.
Oh, that's in the air, should be taken. First wicket goes down. Jack striking. Abhishek looking for the big one. And mistiming it badly.
Well, shock and silence around the Wankhede. England have their first. Talk about matchups throughout the whole of this game. This was exactly that. Will Jacks against Abhishek Sharma has been short on runs in this tournament. Wanted to continue the momentum that had already been set up. Jacks just holding it back, doing him in the air. Phil Salt takes a very simple catch under pressure. Jacks, who has been outstanding in this tournament so far, England's player of the tournament, strikes first. It's Sharma for 9. India 20 for 1.
Ishan Kishan, the new man out there. And Sanju Samson just carrying on from where he left in the last over. Thriving on that pull shot.
Again, slightly shorter in length. Not that bad a ball, but Sanju Samson is in prime form. Jofra Archer could have bowled 148 kilometers per hour, but that doesn't deter Sanju from going over mid-wicket. He's pulled that in front, which tells you he's looking for the short ball here. Jofra needs to get fuller here.
That's in the air. Put down. A straightforward chance for the captain. It's a sitter. He can't believe it. Just looked to grab the ball towards the end.
Well, the plan was on. Talk about the matchup between Archer and Sanju Samson, who has seen the better of it so far. Execution from Archer, but not backed up by his skipper. He's one of England's best fielders, is Harry Brook. Just burst straight through his hands, perhaps getting to him faster than he thought.
The contest is on. It's all happening here. A wicket of the last over, a pull in front, and the next ball an absolute dolly dropped. This ground has been buzzing, and Jofra had his matchup covered here. Sanju Samson was a wicket they wanted. He bowled fuller, got the shot that he wanted Sanju to play, a mistimed shot. That was an absolute straightforward chance. This World Cup has seen a lot of drop catches so far. Add one more to the list.
That's huge. It's way up in the Tendulkar stand. My word, he's picking up the length quickly here, Sanju Samson.
That shot tells you everything you need to know about Sanju Samson. Jofra Archer has rolled his fingers over for a short ball, and he has watched that ball like a hawk and cemented it deep into the stands. Third tire it's gone to, tells you how well he's met that. Brook would feel the pain of dropping that catch. Sanju looking good here. Change in field, deep mid-wicket going out. Deep point coming in on the offside.
No signal. Might have got some pad on the way.
Just have a look at how well Sanju Samson has played. Jofra Archer is someone that likes to hit that hard length between 6 to 8 meters. But the fact is that on this pitch, for you to be really...
That skill. Just opening the face of the blade to get another boundary. 14 of the over. And India motoring along, 34 for 1.
Yeah, Samson flies to 25 off 11. Sign of a man in form. Ability to score all the way around the ground and not get fixated on targeting that leg side. The change in field and the change of awareness. And Samson on this shot plays it so late, almost behind him, just opening up the blade. He looks fine touch.
He's played some amazing shots in the last game in Kolkata. Ran into some really good form. Here's Jacks. Ishan Kishan is the man. And strike.
Now, Sanju Samson's bat and his back lift is actually slightly facing more towards leg side, and still managing to get it behind square tells you how well he's watching the ball. Jacks has got the only wicket to fall so far. Sanju Samson plays spinners very well, Ravi Bhai, so he'd be trying to target him if there's anything on offer here.
Certainly will. And one thing with Sanju, once he gets in that mood, he doesn't drop angle. He keeps that tempo going. Cut away. Whipped on offer, and that smashed through the offside.
Sanju just taking off from where he left off a few days ago. Not a bad ball, to be fair, but he's just creamed that. Confidence coming flying through. On one side, you see the confidence of Sanju Samson. And then if we get time, we'll have a we'll look at the dismissal of what Abhishek Sharma was.
What's good to see, he's not committing himself. He's waiting, watching, and then unleashing his array of shots.
Very good player of spin. This was the dismissal of Abhishek Sharma. Will Jacks just giving it an extra bit of flight him in the air. Phil Salt finish off the job. I do enjoy when Will Jacks does give it a bit more air.
Also, Monks, if you look at that dismissal, they changed the field again. They brought mid-on up. He could have just committed to going over mid-on. He just flicked it so softly.
Nicely put away. Another player who plays spin extremely well. He's got the cut, the pull, the sweeps, go down the ground. First boundary for him.
Nicely played here by Ishan Kishan. The beauty is he didn't commit, he waited. He knew he wanted to hit it towards the leg umpire, but he waited for the ball, didn't commit too much, and was in complete control as he was playing it, didn't overhit the ball.
Good cricket. Played with soft hands, a quick call. So apart from hitting the boundaries, it's a good sign when you're busy and keeping the strike rotating. So very few dot balls.
Just the one change for England today. Jamie Overton comes in place of Rayan Ahmed. Well balanced side England.
So 11 off the over. After 4, it's 45 for 1.
And the 4 overs, India 45 for 1.
Well, surface here as ever at the Wankhede. Beautiful, consistent bounce. India green grass on offer, but nothing as of yet. Mostly in the batter's favour. See these two go at it later on. Jos Buttler and Jasprit Bumrah. Set up and poised nicely. They have come out throwing punches.
Sanju Samson doing the bulk of the scoring, 30 or 14.
In comes the new bowler for Team England, Jamie Overton.
So Jamie Overton into the attack, placing Archer.
Again, Jamie Overton, someone who likes bowling the hard lengths, but he's got to be a touch fuller if he wants to try and keep Samson in check here. Chris Gaffney standing in his 57th T20 international.
A good stop. The ball was travelling. Yeah, already the crowd come here early, being entertained. Just filling up. A lot of traffic outside, so a lot of people waiting to come in. Should be a full house in the next 20 minutes, half an hour. That's flicked away. Beats the man in the deep. Both these players very aggressive. Good to have a right-hand, left-hand combination out there.
See what it does, just a correction. First ball to the left-hander from Overton. Touch too full and touch too straight, and the flair and style which Ishan Kishan plays with. That just disappears for 4.
He likes back-to-back boundaries, Ishan Kishan.
Glorious. That's a glorious double drive, over-pitched, and he's pounced all over it.
The last one was more on the leg stump and he flicked it. He was looking for that line outside off stump, and Jamie Overton gave it to him on a platter here. He's holding across the seam. He doesn't want the ball to swing too much, but the width was all he wanted. Back-to-back for Ishan Kishan.
Yeah, stylish stuff. Quick chat with the captain, Archer, and the bowler, Overton. Same plan. England have to find a good line and length here. Well, there's some big battles going on in today's fixture. This was early on. Jofra Archer in his second over. Got the ball to move around. There was the first blow down the ground. almost identical to that game against Zimbabwe. Chennai put down by the captain. What a big moment that was. Then Archer disappeared into the top tier. Contest that has been dominated by Archer over the years in the 5 contests. Sanju Samson certainly has got away.
Short ball to end the over after 5. It's 55
It's
for 1.
the 5 overs of India, a solid 55 for 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, online on the big screen, check out these match day looks created by fans at the Google Gemini Lando Banana booth in the stadium. Get yours too.
Long batting lineup for India, dynamic batting lineup, and they're off to a flyer.
New bowler in the all-rounder, sparking class.
Sam Curran into the attack, and they need to improve here, England. They have been poor. Archer too short with the new ball, Overton too full, Brook with a drop catch. Sam Curran needs to find that length. It's not easy on a belter of a pitch. 1 over left of this power play. That's the angle of the left armour, even if it's not swinging, just going across.
Yes, they've got off to a very good start, the Indians. They've lost Abhishek Sharma, but Sanju Samson carrying on from his good form. 31, Ishan Kishan also not too far behind. He hasn't had too many deliveries, Ishan Kishan.
Slow ball, and he waited and waited, and because there was no pace on it, he couldn't belt it into the stands, so he just took the 4 option.
I think that's been the hallmark of Sanju Samson batting the other day against the West Indies. So the way he was adjusting his bat speed, and you can see over there the bat speed that was coming down, and then he saw the slower delivery, and then waited for it, just adjusting that bat speed and not looking for the 6 but looking to get over the mid-on fielder.
Every Sanju Samson boundary will hurt Harry Brook after that drop chance. Beautifully played. He has been exquisite down the ground, but he's also at times played that back cut with pure class.
You combine that with the slower ball before, and this one is pace on, so he adjusted his bat swing for the boundary before, and he waited, he reset. This one he doesn't have to. It's pace on, so he just uses that by opening the face of the bat. You've got to be tighter in your line. The 2 deep fielders are leg side. Curran has got to be a bit straighter. Now he changes the field.
And someone has to come up. Third goes back, Phil Salt, and that means square leg comes up on the leg side. Goes straight to that boundary fielder. Well, he's had to wait his chance, Sanju Samson, and he's waited and waited, and he showed his class in the last game. High pressure game, must win game, run chase, and he was quite brilliant.
West Indies suffered at the hand of an excellent innings, and what he was able to do there is get them off to a quick start and bat all the way through. Ben, we'll find out what his method is going to be here.
Short ball, looked too high from up here, it is too high.
The set play, because he's got a deep backward square and mid-wicket, so he can't give room outside the off stump.
When the bowler starts running, you start clapping. All eyes on the bowler.
things are just better when you've had to wait for them. And look at that strike rate, 199. Ben Allen last night, a remarkable innings in a World Cup semi-final. New Zealand await the winner of this.
Mentioned that Finn Allen innings. What, Sonny, I find mind-boggling was that there were only 4 dot balls in Finn Allen's 100. 4 dot balls. Such was his scoring ratio and his dynamism.
Yes, it was just the way that he was picking the length and getting into positions that was so impressive. And you can see the power with which he was hitting the ball as well, scooping the odd one as well.
Pulled. It hasn't been timed, it'll only be a single, and that is the end of the power play. It belongs to India. 67 for 1. Time for a drink. Won that comfortably, although he was put down. The other one was Abhishek against off-spin and Jacks. And Jacks won that, flighted and followed him leg side. And he just chipped it in the air to Phil Salt. That the key moment. Just got his hands in front of his eyes, and sometimes you lose sight of the ball. Doesn't get any easier for England as Ishan Kishan comes in. To that launch phase. I feel with this Indian batting lineup, 20 overs is going to be of launch cricket. They've got so many batters. Change of mentality, a little bit like England. Just try and smash it for as long as you can. And now another key phase. Adil Rashid, England's go-to man over the years in white ball cricket against 2 very fine players of spin. Out of the power play, so an extra couple of fielders go back. There's 3 leg side, 2 offside. Smashed, absolutely nailed. First ball from Rashid has been dispatched to the boundary.
That brings up the 50 partnership. Glorious shot that from Sanju Samson. Look at the way it's been tossed up in the air. The foot goes right out, but not towards the ball, because he's always looking to hit it wide of that fielder with extra cover. Magnificent shot that.
Often starts with that ball out the front of the hand, Adil Rashid. 51 in just 27 deliveries.
Checking to see if it might be a double spin change as well with Dawson. I could see Dawson stretching down the far end. So I'm wondering if left arm spin might enter the picture post this over as well.
Yeah, the right hand, left hand combination will be what Harry Brook's thinking of. A left-hander against Dawson. Ishan Kishan will fancy that. Different spinners. Rashid flighty, gives it a rip. Dawson targets the stumps, flatter.
This one, the slowest of the deliveries so far, 78 kilometers per hour. Bowled the first couple of deliveries in the mid-80s. He slowed it down, making it much harder for the batter.
Just lost his shape there, Sanju Samson. It's 73 for 1 after 7. A real sense of anticipation about this semi-final here in Mumbai. Using on Marine Drive for quite some time. There was a cheer. England won the toss, but a few England fans that were in. There was something to smile at when Jack's got that early wicket. But since then, it's been all India. Plenty of blue shirts in, plenty of cheers so far, and Ian Bishop was spot on. It will be spin at both ends. And this will be a tempter for Ishan Kishan. He will be hitting with the spin towards long on, deep mid-wicket. Players nowadays just back themselves to belt it for 6, even if there's a fielder in the deep. And that's why Dawson tries to hide it, but he hides it too wide.
The question is whether Ishan Kishan is maybe going to watch a couple of deliveries or go bang straight away. We'll see now.
Oh, fumble. It's Will Jacks out there.
We often talk in T20 about every ball being an event. So in the field, when you're bowling first, you want to save every run. But because teams bat so deep, you also want to maximize every ball. 16 dots so far.
It's nicely timed as well. The two fielders get round, and Curran does well.
Samson wasn't running the first one fast, despite the fact that Ishan Kishan, as soon as he played that shot, said 2-2-2 in Hindi. But Samson wasn't running the first one as fast. Now when he sees the throw is coming to his end, look at that. The speed has increased now.
Often, you know, it's a matchup against you as captain and as left-arm spinner to the right-hander, so you're trying to use the angle to close out one side of the ground, or you can get a miss it with the outer half of the bat if they try to go across the angle of it.
Yes, Sanju Samson likes to go in to out as well. Dawson will try to be straight and into the pitch. If he tosses it up, he could well go in to out. That was poor bowling, because you know Sanju Samson loves that shot, and he goes to a half-century, back-to-back half-centuries for Samson. This one in just 26 deliveries.
It was an amazing shot once again, a man in form. Just one innings. Look at what it has done to the confidence of Sanju Samson. This is not an easy shot. Getting a 6 over extra cover, never easy. And he's hit it into the first tier. Magnificent.
If you visualise some of the shots Sanju plays, this is one I would visualise against left arm spin, where he goes in to out and has a full swing of the bat. 26% in that area. Slog sweep, and it's gone all the way. An expensive first over for Dawson. 92 for 1 after 8.
He waited for a few deliveries, didn't he, Ishan Kishan? And then when he got a little bit of room, around the off stump. This is what he does so well. He can play that slog sweep very well. Didn't quite get the elevation, but he got the distance.
Partnership 72 from 38. Change of ends for Sam Curran.
Back-to-back half centuries for Sanju Samson. Have a look at some of the shots that he's put on today. Started out with that, and then another 6. This was again, but this was a magnificent shot. And then guiding the ball, playing the cut shot as well. And then the lofted extra cover drive. This is the lofted extra cover drive for a 6 to get to a half century.
Oh, picked up sweetly and all the way into the crowd. His last 2 deliveries he's faced, he's belted for 6.
It was what you would call a slot ball, something that the batters are looking for in the last 5 or 6 overs. But for Ishan Kishan, he's just waiting for it there in the slot, and he just has a go at it. He knows there's a lot of batting to come. India unafraid to take the aerial route because of the depth in batting. Looking to score maximum of just about every delivery. They recognize that this is a very good England batting line, so they need to put a lot of runs on the board.
Long chat between Brook and his bowler.
That's an integral point and a profound point as the 100 comes up in 8.3 overs, because England also bat deep, they bat powerfully, and you don't know what is enough. They might think they know what is enough batting first here, but you don't know as a batting unit what is enough and what looks to be a decent batting surface. You've got to minimize your dot balls, whether you do that by boundary hitting or by turning the strike over.
Picked up, there's a man out there over his head, 6 more.
They're dealing only in 6s, the Indian batters. Both these batters, superb timers of the ball. Now you could say maybe that this one didn't quite come sweetly over the middle, but still had enough in it. Have a look at that. Goes over the fielder.
Wide. And 4 more. England don't know where to bowl to him at the moment.
Absolutely outstanding. And I thought Curran would try to take him wide and close off one side of the ground, but Samson is very adept on this side of the ground as well. That's what part of what makes him so difficult to bowl to. You almost want to go depth bowling for a few deliveries or an over or so to close him down.
Plan A, short ball. Plan B, wide. And now they go to plan C, which is Curran coming round the wicket. Fielders moving everywhere. Square leg comes up. Another man out offside, which tends to suggest they will hide the ball outside off stump. We will see. That will be a wide.
But I understand that, because What I was talking about was just trying to go death bowling. You usually see this at the death of the innings for a ball or two, or maybe half an over, to try to dry up the boundaries and frustrate one or both of the two batsmen. He mis-executed, but that's what the deep point is about, the sweeper offside and the long off. But can you control him though?
Slow ball, very smart. Just took the single. 112 for 1 after 9.
9 overs of India on 1-1-2 for 1.
All eyes on the big screen. Check out these match day looks created by fans at the Google Gemini.
Doesn't have the little scoops.
Get yours too.
Doesn't have many funky shots, but he has some superb ability to go all round the park by just backing his areas. That is one of his areas over the offside. He's played the short ball of Archer particularly well, slower or quicker.
Well, that was his strength even in the game against the West Indies. We didn't see any scoops or reverse scoops. He just was playing straight batted shots as much as he could.
He wants two. I don't think they'll get it. It's just a single. There is no worse feeling in cricket than dropping a catch and then watching someone make you pay for that drop chance. This was about as regulation as it gets. Harry Brook is an excellent catcher of the ball, but not tonight.
You know how a bowler feels. I can tell you how a bowler feels, but as a captain now, you've got to keep your mind on the job, and every run that Sanju scores, you've got to try not to think about it.
Belted really hard, long on, does well, but mid-off can't cut it off.
The reaction of Adil Rashid was part disgust, part frustration. He put his hands to his head, bemoaning the fact it wasn't stopped.
Yes, I think because the field is in the deep, you expect as a bowler to be able to support you, but that didn't quite happen. That was a powerful shot. Hit very hard.
Down again, toe end of the bat, it should be taken, long off comes in, it is taken. England needed that. Ishan Kishan goes.
Was this the wrong one? We'll have a look and see. No, it wasn't. It was front of the hand, and you could see that it's hit the bottom of the bat. He was looking for another big shot. Didn't quite get it. And it's the second wicket for the Indians. Adil Rashid slows the ball down considerably. Ishan Kishan, 39 out of 117 for 2.
Outgoing batter Ishan Kishan, 39 of 18. New batter for Team India. He's a power tower. He's Dubey Dynamite. Give it up for Shivam Dubey.
India flexible with their batting lineup. Shivam Dubey comes in at number 4. Another very clean striker of the ball, another left-hander.
This is not going to be an interesting battle because Adil Rashid recognizes that he should be throwing in the batter's swing, batter's arc. He'll probably bowl wide.
Stock leg side, first ball. Intentions clear from India. Every ball must disappear.
Look at the delivery type again, out of the front of the hand. He was belted for 4. His first ball was a similar delivery. But with the intention of using the angle and going across Ishan Kishan, and it worked. Wasn't a googly, it was just sliding out of the front of the hand.
Just grip that one. This pitch has spun as much as any in the tournament. Maybe some in Sri Lanka have turned more. This has more grass on it. But if there's spin there, Adil Rashid will find it. Lovely from Adil Rashid, as it often is. 2 overs, 1 for 13 from him. It's 119 for 2.
Rashid took a wicket. It's the end of 10 overs. India 119 for 2.
Carnival atmosphere here at Wankhede Stadium. India versus England in the second semi-final, and the occasion has so far lived up to expectations. England winning the toss, electing to bowl first. Got the early wicket of Abhishek Sharma, drops Sanju Samson, and he's making them pay.
England are playing catch-up cricket, I'm afraid. A really poor start in the opening power play. I thought Jofra Archer bowled really poorly for 2 overs, very short. Big moment when Sanju Samson was put down by Harry Brook. And how he is making them pay. He's playing superbly. There's a man in the crowd, DK, Rohit Sharma, watching tonight. And Sanju Samson so reminds me of him with that stillness and serenity.
I think that's a great way to look at Sanju Samson, because he seems to have the time that Rohit Sharma has, and both of them are one of the few right-handers who look good. There we go, Rohit Sharma. He'd be enjoying the proceedings. And this is a good matchup that's happening right now. Shivam Dube being sent in ahead of anybody else to keep the left-right combination going. England are saying, okay, you bring in Shivam Dube, we are going to try and pepper him with some pace. Expect some hard lengths right now, and the odd bouncer as well. Mid-wicket comes up, which pretty much tells you the length is going to be hard lengths.
Feel the pressure, you can sense the tension.
And what kind of score do you think India will be thinking of now? What will the message will have gone back to the dugout from the middle to say, this is the kind of score we should be looking at? Because the danger is, after a start like this, that you can always be too ambitious at times.
It's so key that somebody like Sanju Samson keeps going. It's a luxury to have, but if you can, because he seems to keep hitting a boundary every over. This is where he's been so good at us. Even this was a short of length ball. If it was slightly shorter, that was going outside, because he's picking up length so nicely, and that's confidence for you. And to answer your question, I feel India will target 240 right now. 112 in the last 56 balls is very much possible, and they have some serious power in the hair shed. We have Tilak Verma, Hardik Pandya, Surya Kumar Yadav, and Akshar Patel. I'm pretty sure you don't like listening to these names right now, being in...
I mean, we talked about how poor England have been, but the key thing here from India has been their fearlessness, which is easy to talk about, but in a semi-final harder to do.
Yeah, spot on, Athan. That partnership between Samson and Ishan Kishan, 97 from 48. Losing wickets is not an issue for India. That fearless approach just continues. They know how deep they bat. And that run rate, 11.82. England need a miracle. What's going through Harry Brook's mind at the moment?
I'll just be pondering on that catch.
I hope not.
And And this is where Shivam Dube has actually improved his batting a bit, Athers. Before, he used to try and take on the short ball, and almost his ego used to come in the way to say, you know what, I can play the short ball. Now what he does is he sees the bounce. If it is anywhere on the offside, he rides it. Otherwise, he's just happy to let it go and look for the full ones. And he can really tonk a big ball. Anything is in his arc, he goes big. Have a look at this. He was looking, but he didn't almost commit to the shot, which is good batting.
Good over for India. 11 from it. 11 overs gone. 130 for 2.
Yeah, the way this innings has panned out, the key batter has been Sanju Samson. And what he's done really nicely is trouble English bowlers with the depth that he uses in the crease. Have a look at how far deep he goes. So anything that is good length becomes a short ball to him. And Jofra got this one pretty wrong. He bowled hard length, which is right into Sanju Samson's strength, and he's done it quite nicely. And as you said, Athers, I couldn't agree with you more. I don't think England have bowled well to him.
So the one ball that Archer put up on a decent length actually nipped off the seam, and Samson missed it. But he was sure, and doubly so to Samson, because he goes so deep in his crease. He takes that big movement back. He's sitting on and waiting on the short ball.
Talk about pressure. Sanju Samson, the expectation coming into the semi-final, everyone wondered whether he could replicate what he did against West Indies. He's not only done that, he's gone really hard at England here. Shivam Dube dispatches that into the crowd. 6 more to India.
Well, he's got a beautiful swing of the bat, Shivam Dube. He's a tall guy, he's got long levers, and if you put it in his arc, as Adil Rashid does here, you're going to pay the penalty. Very sweet striker of the ball.
Shivam Dube, it's his home ground. Mumbai is where he is from, and he came to prominence actually in the way he played in the Mumbai Premier League when it just started. He played an outstanding innings where he just smacked spin consistently, and these are some of the shots that he played. And now Rashid actually got that one completely wrong, the flatter, fuller one. That's a much better delivery. He's almost slowed it down, kept it outside the off stump. You need to try and bowl the odd googly from the 5th stump going away and entice him into the shot. He will try for that as well, because he's a tall man with long levers. But anything fuller and straighter is going.
Yeah, he's got 2 things in his army, that slower googly push wide, and then the one that comes out of the front of the hand and slides across the left-hander as well.
And it's very interesting, the same ball that Shivam Dube just hit for a 6 was a similar delivery that was bowled to Ishan Kishan, maybe slightly outside off stump. But when he looked to target it straight down the ground, look how well he times it. There we go. But if he's gone again, he's looked to hit it straight instead of going over the bowler. And that's such a small thing, but the angle taking it further away from him and his bat coming in a different path altogether. And Adil Rashid getting him there. Important wicket. He was batting well there, Ishan Kishan. Oh, that was beautiful. That's a single, but just so delicately played, elegant.
He's played a couple of shots. He's obviously belted some big 6s, but there was that very full ball that he just opened the face of the bat in the opening power play and steered it behind point. Shows how in control of his game he is and how calm he is in a situation like this, a big game like this.
You can't stop India, and Shivam Dube has come out with some intent here at Wankhede.
Real problem for England. Their 2 bankers generally are Jofra Archer and Adil Rashid. Archer has gone round the park this evening at the start of the game, and Adil Rashid getting some punishment now from Shivam Dube. So real issues for Harry Brook.
Dube has been sent in with the single sole purpose of doing this, put pressure on the spinners, and he's doing it nicely tonight.
Runs aplenty. 15 from the over. 145 for 2.
Did you do the game, DK, here a year ago when India beat England by about 150? I think it was England's biggest defeat in T20s when Abhishek got 130 or 50 balls or something. A similar kind of onslaught here tonight.
Sadly, I wasn't there for this. I hope they make it come through tonight that I'm there.
Wankhede is a fortress for India. Last time they lost here was back in 2017. So they know this ground well, and the pressure, they can't feel it. They feel the crowd. Sea of blue urging India on, 8 overs to go. So well set to get close to that 250 mark. This partnership is already rocking along, 28 from 16.
And we don't see this too often, do we? Archer coming back one for the middle. It tells you that England looking for that wicket.
And the problem is that he's been very good in the power play period for England in this tournament. When he's come back in the latter half of the innings, he's actually been expensive. And what he's done generally is he's gone to his slower ball a lot, too frequently, I think. And I hope he doesn't do that tonight. I hope he, occasionally you've got to take pace off the ball, but he's got to bowl that serious speed as well.
The city has come alive. Mumbai anticipating another appearance in the final by the host nation India. They have filled the stands here at Wankhede. Sanju Samson and Shivam Dube putting on a show. Special moment earlier. The CEO of ICC, Sanjog Gupta, Ravi Shastri, the former India captain, coach and ICC World Cup winner in 1983. Nolan Morgan, the former England skipper and captain, the World Cup winning England team in 2019, with the honour of walking out that trophy. Who will be the winner on Sunday, DK? Black Caps will be watching on.
Yes, you were talking about Morgan doing the trophy walk. Lucky he got that, because what happened was we couldn't get the U-turn. He and I came in the same car. We couldn't get the U-turn. We got down and walked, and it felt like a really long walk. I can tell you that.
It's been seriously hot the last couple of days. Late 30s by mid-afternoon, but thankfully a bit cooler now. I was going to ask, do you think the dew will come because it's been a bit hotter the last day or two, or not? Not like Kolkata.
I hope it doesn't, but I feel it's going to come. There is obviously a drop in temperature, and when we were doing the pre-match, it was there, a little bit of dew.
Up and over. Wow. The runs continue to flow, and it's the manner in which they're coming.
Another slow ball, another one that goes for a 6. Jofra Archer's slow balls really haven't had the effect that he would like it to have. It's going for plenty. The latest to make most of it was Sanju Samson. He hit one into the 3rd tier in the power play, and this one, he's gone over point. Sanju Samson looking good for a big one here.
2 from 39. He's the artist, and he's turned this ground into a canvas, this Sanju Samson. He's played some glorious shots, but some brutal hits into the crowd too. No bowler that's come into the attack has been allowed to settle. The sound is deafening.
That's amazing to see Sanju Samson in that list for most sixes. For a man who's just played a few games, he has come right into it very quickly. And he didn't hit too many sixes, to be fair, in the game against West Indies. When he gets going, India is doing well here.
Stand and deliver, Sanju Samson. What a man, what a player.
This is an incredible shot. In fact, when he got back into the side against Zimbabwe, his very first boundary of his second ball, I think, was a 6 like this down the ground, and it was a sign immediately that he was somewhere near his best. And it's another slower ball again from Archer. He's gone to his slower ball too frequently. He continues to get punished, but it's still a magnificent shot down the ground.
drilled. There's a fielder down there, but Sanju Samson is on the move. 15 runs from the 13th over, 160 for 2. A sellout crowd, no one kidding. We've had amazing crowds at all venues, neutral games, India games. This World Cup has really opened up the game, DK.
Oh, for sure. We've had some great crowds, even for games that didn't have India in it. The beauty of this World Cup has been no matter who has played where, there's been a crowd that's watched it, especially in India. Chennai has had some great crowds. Mumbai, consistent. Delhi the other day as well. It's always a good sign that people enjoy this format.
I was at Shivaji Park a few days ago watching young boys and girls train, everyone dreaming of playing for India, and one dad was there and he said the 6 from Dhoni's back in 2011 is what got his children involved, and every heroic moment here will get a young kid involved as well. Will Jacks now. Sanju Samson tries to go big again. Silence at one kid as England strike back.
That's a big wicket, but that's a selfless shot. Sanju Samson just knowing, trying to maximize every ball that is available for Team India. Will Jacks being clever, throwing it way outside off stump. Sanju Samson not getting anywhere close to the middle of the bat. Phil Salt picks up another catch, toe ending it. He could have easily gone for the 100, which is just round the corner, but he chose to do something that will take India to a good score, if not great. And in the process, losing his wicket, and the crowd also completely surprised. But Will Jacks knows what he was doing. Sanju Samson, who has played an absolute blinder for the second time in 2 games, goes for 89. India 160 for 3 here.
Yeah, they've appreciated that. A sensational knock from Sanju Samson. Captain Surya Kumar Yadav comes out to the middle to join Shivam Dube. The local boy knows the ground, knows the conditions. Have a look at that. They know how much that knock means to India, and to put a formidable total on the board here in the second semi.
Yeah, what a return to the team for Sanju Samson. That wonderful match-winning innings under the pressure of elimination against West Indies, and now in the semi-final playing quite magnificent. Interesting to see the captain, the skipper, come out. I wonder whether they gave any thought to Hardik Pandya. Surya Kumar Yadav it is. Brutal bowling figures there, economy rates. Look away now if you're an England fan.
Ideally, they wanted to consolidate. Well, India did more than that for sure. Sanju Samson just kept going from what he left off in the power play. 93 runs in a space of 7 overs. It tells you everything you need to know about how India have played. They weren't stopping. They played shots that put this bowling attack under immense pressure. They've already hit 11 sixes, and I can promise you there's more to come. India looking at a huge score here.
Well, Sanju Samson has been brutal on any delivery that has come his way. The way Shivam Dube has come out, and you get a sense the rest of the Indian batting lineup will go the same way. That fearless approach, the platform sets. The projected score at this stage, 243. England will be hoping that the wicket brings another. Suddenly very animated in the field. Nobody more relieved than Harry Brook. He dropped Sanju Samson when he was on 15. Surya Kumar Yadav, 231 runs in the competition. For strike rate of 135, averaging 38.50. When he gets going, he is pretty hard to stop. Two fielders on the boundary, good effort. But again, it just shows you when you have that platform set, you can come out with this kind of body language, DK.
Sanju Samson has had a lot of love come his way. And you can understand why, because of his thought process. He is putting the team ahead of what he can achieve as an individual. This one, 7 overs to go, just a few runs to get for him to get his 100. But he thought, no, the 42 balls needs to be maximized. Let me try and hit it as far as possible every time I bat. He goes out to a hero's ovation, and why not? He has been splendid. Surya Kumar Yadav, he generally doesn't stop himself from hitting those big ones. It's an interesting one, Surya coming ahead of Hardik Pandya. I'm sure that thought process would have been there, should we send Hardik or Surya? But Surya, again, someone who picks gaps. Hardik is more the brutal kind of hitter. You can be rest assured that that man is next in. What are you thinking at this? What would England want to stop India at?
Well, from that opening power play at the back of the box, we were talking 220, 230, maybe even pushing to 240. And the only silver lining in any cloud there for England is it kind of completely removes any doubt from Jos Buttler's mind, who's been completely out of form. But if you're chasing that kind of total, you've just got to go for it. And in a way, it makes things clearer for you, even if you're as out of sorts as Buttler is. Clutching at straws, mind you.
That opening partnership for England, averaging just 12 in the competition. We know what they're capable of. Salt and Butler.
When we do some team meetings, we always say whatever is the score at the end of 12 overs, if you have wickets and you can double it. I'm just telling you, 146 was the score. I don't think India can get double of that.
Taunting. You the official troll in commentary.
Well, they were running that advert right from the start of the tournament. Well, they will Team India be the first to get 300. They've only passed 200 twice, I think, so far in the tournament. It's been a measure of where the pitches have been at, which have been a fair balance between bat and ball. Jax is desperate to keep it out of Shivam Dube's arc. Obviously, he's got the advantage of spinning it away from the left-hander, but if he bowls too straight, he's a beautiful hitter over wide, long on and straight mid-wicket.
Big single to end. Good over from Will Jackson. Wickets. Sanju Samson, 167 for 3.
167 for 3.
There we go. Some nice sights and sounds from India, which has plenty to see, and this one is right up there, Taj Mahal. Making a trip to India, don't forget to go there. One of the wonders of the world. And then we have Surya Kumar Yadav, which is quite an astounding record to have in terms of win percentage. 72.4 is something any captain would be proud of in this format.
High pressure game. And Surya Kumar Yadav spoke at the toss. He said he would have batted first too. In a knockout game, you want runs on the board. Couldn't have asked for a better start. Some impressive partnerships, but he has the opportunity now to do the same with Dube.
You can see the field that Sam Curran is operating with. He wants to try and keep it as far outside the off stump as possible. Shivam Dube is not one of those who plays a lap or anything. There's nobody behind square on the leg side. He is just going to try and keep bowling outside off, but knowing Sam Curran, he will bowl one ball on the stump if you move early. So Shivam Dube has an opportunity here, but he's got to be clever about it.
Another fumble. England have missed a crucial catch tonight, Harry Brook, and that's the second fumble in the deep, the first from Will Jacks about 3 or 4 overs ago. This one from Jacob Bethel, which is very much out of character. Generally, England have been sharp in the tournament. They had one bad game against Pakistan in the field where they gave away 15 to 20 runs. Been an issue for India, mind, as well in this tournament. 13 drops.
West Indies hit 19 sixes in the game against Zimbabwe here, and every six was more and more brutal. They came off the bat of Hetmeyer, Rutherford. So India know this is a high-scoring ground. Got 11 sixes already, 14 fours, just 23 dots. So you can just see how dominant India have been, having been put into bat. Dominant in all phases so far.
Tell you what, Atos, yesterday Finn Allen's knock was surreal, to be honest. He absolutely took South Africa down.
I knew you wouldn't let Cass get away with a 5-over commentary stint without mentioning South Africa.
It's because I called him a troll, but listen, Finn Allen was exceptional. Probably the best knock I've seen in a T20 World Cup. It was the way it gathered momentum. Have a look at that in England.
It's a measure of the pressure they've been put under. It's a couple of warnings already. One more will be costly for them, but they've just been under assault from the very first over. A real tough game for Harry Brook as captain. This.
That's a courageous ball there from Sam Curran, and this is what he's known for. He sets the field, showing you that he could be bowling in a very predictable manner, but he always goes for the bluff. It is innate in his character. This one, a quick bouncer. Shivam Dubey wasn't expecting it. Sam Curran bowled that ball at 127. He made it look like it's 147 purely because he was not looking at that coming his way.
It felt like it from up here. 2 balls to go in this 15th over. Every extra is going to hurt, especially with them being behind time at the moment. Got to bowl that extra delivery.
Come on, India, come on!
Raucous noise to absolute silence. Crowd is so switched on to the action. Throw a ball, pumped down the ground for 4.
This was hit so hard, and he had to wait and wait and wait. As Curran bowls this moon ball that just goes up and it comes out so slowly, to get that amount of pace on the ball. He's got that beautiful languid backlift, comes through, hits it with fearsome power.
Dhoni enjoying the action. 10 from the over, 15 gone. India 177 for 3.
Plenty of tall buildings there for this India first innings. That's because England have struggled to take wickets, and if you don't take wickets against this Indian batting lineup, you're going to disappear, and that is exactly what has happened. Adil Rashid, his last over. Shivam Dubey will try and take him down. High over, extra cover, and into the stands, over the Indian dugout.
Oh, brilliant from Shivam Dubey. His strongest suits is his ability to hit spinners for 6. This isn't necessarily a bad delivery from Adil Rashid. He knows he's coming after him, so goes wide. But the reach that Dubey has allows him to target that straight down the ground comfortably.
Answer is no.
Ajam Banke.
In the 2016 T20 World Cup. Where Morgan was captain when England chased down 2-2-9 against South Africa. Can he get more than that? Slog sweep, fielder over his head, 6 more.
Well, this is a shot that he plays so well. He can sweep from outside the off stump, middle stump, outside the leg stump. And that increases his range. Have a look at this. It's on the leg stump, or maybe just a little bit outside the leg stump. That makes it a little bit easier as well for him.
Well, it's a good combination. Dubé goes down the ground, and Sky goes square of the wicket with so many sweeps. You've got to have your best fielders out on that sweep. Now, I think he's got him there. He has. He's shuffled out of his crease. And Butler, smart work from him. And Rashid has his second.
Yeah, he knows it. Just a slight advance before he chose to sweep. He's a natural sweeper of the ball. Plays it on merit and on length. This is a late decision from Surya Kumar Yadav. The googly from Rashid. He almost walks himself by coming down. Brilliant from Butler. Just clips the pad on the way through. Yeah, there's the advance. Yorks himself. Difficult to play a sweep shot to a Yorker. Rashid has another impact. It's the Indian captain. He goes for 11. India 190 for 4.
India's finisher with the bat arrives at the crease with 4 overs and 2 balls to come. It's Hardik Pandya. That was a superb take from Josh Butler because it was so full. He would have sighted it late. Googly to end his spell. 4 overs, 2 for 41, Adil Rashid. It's 190 for 4.
Yeah, one of England's best players. Such on the expensive side today, but not a great deal of turn on offer. She's a very good to back. From England point of view, his final 4 overs will be about trying to stay in the game. Can you restrict India somewhere around 230, 235? That deep all the way to 11. India back further and beyond that.
How are you going there, Owen Morgan? With 4 overs to go, how are you planning your death bowlers now?
Yeah, here I think you have to look at taking wickets. So Archer has to be brought on earlier than he normally would be. Although has been expensive, wickets is the only way forward here for England. So Jofra is one of those, obviously Jamie Overton, who has 2 left. Yadav, brilliant from Joss Butler behind the stumps. Stay low for as long as you can, even though when you haven't got sight of the ball, and Butler does that perfectly.
A really good take. They've not had much to cheer. Had a lot of noise in those ears. Uppercut. Sweet. One bounce, 4.
He does play that shot well. He actually waits for this kind of a delivery if he knows that the fielder is in the 30-meter circle. And probably won't even look, having played that. Yes, easily done. First 2 deliveries, he batted them back. Because in the previous game, he had got out first ball, looking to play the lofted shot, not this time around.
Overton's noticed that Hardik Pandya is deep in his crease. He's almost back on his stumps. Over the years, England have bowled short at Hardik Pandya. He's got better at playing the short ball with the uppercut and the pull. Wide. And another fumble from England. Won't cost him, it was going to be a single anyway.
Yeah, just a fumble, a late bounce. It's current on the wrist. We've seen that a couple of times today, more so in the deep.
Nail pass mid-off. That is where he loves it. On a length, he throws his hands at it.
The 200 comes up with that drive from Hardik Pandya. Didn't look to get anywhere close to the ball. Just gave himself a little bit of room so he could freely swing his arms. Have a look at that.
Yeah, with the field set, that is not the ball that Jamie Overton is trying to bowl. Mid-off, as cover is on the ring. Keep his line as tight as possible to Pandya.
Backward of square, the outfield is quick, and that is 4 more. Hardik Pandya on the charge now, 205 for 4, 3 overs to go.
Well, cheers around the ground. Plenty of dancing for Indian fans. Cross seam with just 2 wide. Pandya plays it really late. More about placement here, given the quality of the surface, the fast nature of the outfield. The Wankhede, the beautiful place to bat.
Last 3 overs. Dubé has 37, Hardik 13 from 6. Sam Curran, who was excellent at the death from that far end against Nepal, can he nail his skills now? Slower ball, long on, tries to get there, can't. That goes all the way for 6.
He is a powerful striker of the ball, and that's his natural shot. He likes to play everything around the long on mid-wicket area. Slow delivery, but if it's halfway down, you're giving the batter all the time in the world to pick his spot, and that's what he's done.
It's a real full swing of the bat. His bat almost hits his back on the follow-through. It's not a little check drive. He has long levers and he uses it as well. Close, very close, a long way across, and it was full.
Well, this has to be worth a gamble. Yeah, it is for Harry Brook. He sends it upstairs. It looked very, very straight. Unless he's got a bit of bat on it, I think Shivam Dubé is in trouble.
We have a player review for LBW. On-field decision, not out. Check the bowler's feet, fair delivery, and look at the split screen. Throw it 3P. Doesn't appear to be any bat, but just go to Ultra Edge, confirm bat or no bat, please. Ultra Edge coming up. Keep rolling it through. There's a clear gap between bat and ball, no bat involved. Ball track when ready, please. Original decision is not out. Pitching in line, impact umpire's call, wickets missing. Paddy, so you can stay with your original not out decision. Stand by. Go on screen signal now.
Gamble, they got 2 reviews left. They used one of them there. Do get the leg by. Where it gets tricky for Brook. Kind of captain here. There's fielders running around everywhere. Archer slightly out of position. Run out chance gone. One stump to aim at. Dubé can't believe it. Hardik Pandya sort of called him and then sent him back.
Dubé has got run out in the tournament earlier on as well, because he's not the swiftest of turners back. When he's going to turn back, it's more like a truck turning back, so not easy. Have a look at this. Yes, I think Hardik Pandya thinks there's a run, and you can see that. One stump to aim at. You hope for the best, and he's done that. Brilliant throw, brilliant throw. Third run out in this tournament for Shivam Dubé. He's played a very good innings of 43, 2-1, 2 for 5.
New batter in तालियों के साथ स्वागत करो. He's built for the big stage. Tilak Verma.
Tilak Verma comes in at number 7. Won't be on strike. The run out was at the non-striker's end. He's lost his bat. It's gone straight up. Can Longon get there? No. Diving forward, Banton. And the bat's gone flying Rishabh Pant style.
Well, this would have been huge. I'm not quite sure Tom Banton covers enough ground to get it on the full. Always finds himself in a hot spot. Slower ball from Curran. It does Hardik Pandya. Yeah, bat goes flying. Banton rushing in. Oh, it carries. It carries comfortably. That's a big, big chance. England would have went back-to-back wickets, and India 6 down. That's the second time tonight a catch has gone down. How costly will that be?
Well, Banton just feeling his shoulder there. This time the running is busier. And they try and get back for 2. Butler dismissed the dislodged the stumps with his pads.
Both these batters are very, very swift between the wickets, so they will look to convert the ones and the twos. They know that if they can't get the maximum, they will look at that. The first one, both of them, look at the way they are charging. So they will take a little bit of a risk because they both are very quick between the wickets. But then Butler dislodged the bails. So they've had to uproot the stumps to get a decision in his favour.
Know what the delay is here. There's something with Tilak Verma. May need the physio on. Well, we've been treated to some hitting. And it was set the tone by Sanju Samson. There was a drop from Harry Brook. And then the opener from India made England and Brook pay with some ferocious hitting all round the ground. A bit of treatment there. It's been an odd over for India. There was the run out where they were sloppy. Hardik Pandya was sloppy. Then the chance to Bamford, and now just a tweak of a hammy maybe for Tilak. Incredible run chase and performance it was from New Zealand last night, winning comfortably by 9 wickets against South Africa. They are through to Ahmedabad for the Sunday final. Who will join them? India against England. Last 2 semi-finals, India lost in Adelaide, beat England in Guyana. Who will win here in Mumbai? Did he get anything on that? No, wide given.
A number of variations that Sam Curran holds in his repertoire. Moon ball, the orthodox off cutter, and that back of the hands. Just a touch straight in line. Don't mind it though, it's a similar plan to that of Pandya. Take Tilak's hands away from him. Stay straight.
Tilak will keep the strike. 2 overs to go. 2:17 for 5.
Yeah, good over for England in the context of things. At this stage of the game, you're just hoping nobody concedes more than 15 or 20 runs. Stay away from those big overs. Not out of the contest yet. You go on to post 240, 245. That might be just too much for England. However, a good finish here takes some momentum into the run chase. You never know.
India with Akshar Patel to come, and then the bowlers. They want a good finish to just get this beyond England. 2 good overs to get them up towards 245. Can England have 2 good overs at the end?
England are 5 overs, 5 minutes behind. So MS Dhoni in the amongst the crowd.
Archer with his last over. Hit leg side over long on. Archer's first ball has gone for 6. He has had a very difficult evening.
Well, this is there certainly to be hit. How you start your over, how you come back from something like this determines how things go. But look at this from Tilak Varma, right in the slot, just about holds his shape. Serious value for runs. This cricket ground, it's a great 6-hitting cricket ground. Consistent bounce, just off your mark by slightly. You can go the distance.
Yeah, that was in the slot. It really was. And Archer knows it. It changes now, goes round the wicket, mid-off, comes up. And there's a lot of fielders out leg side, so you tend to suggest he's going to bowl it into the pitch with pace off. We will see. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, change of plan, but more accurate from Archer. You can see what Tilak is trying to do. He will try and target that leg side. Archer has to back his accuracy. How is he going to try and take wickets during this phase of the game? Tilak Varma, very accomplished player, strong against pace. But look at that strike rate. His full deliveries up and above 200.
Gives himself room. That is an incredible shot. That is an incredible cricket shot. It really is.
Yes, he's used the pace. Look at that ball was bowled at about 148 kilometers per hour. That is seriously quick delivery. And he's used the extra pace of Jofra Archer to slice the ball. Have a look at the way he opens the face of the bat. He sliced the ball over deep point for another maximum.
Some of the great strikers of a cricket ball in that shot, and they all admired it. And that is going to be 6 more. Jofra Archer has no answer.
And the third one in the over as well. The accuracy not quite there. This stage of the game, at this ground, you will get punished. Watch how still Tilak Varma is here. Point of contact, it's an off-cutter from Archer, just helped on its way. Consistent bounce, but Archer just missing his length by quite a considerable amount.
6.66. Wide.
Well, there's been some incredible ball striking today. This was just in the last 4 deliveries. 6.66. Incredible ball striking.
Yorker, and it gets through Tilak Varma.
Yes, the area deliveries were leg deliveries, and they were hammered by Tilak Varma. And the Yorker, very, very good, fast Yorker. Again, quick, 149 kilometers per hour. Right under the bat. Very accurate as well, maybe helped it on, maybe a little bit of an inside edge as well. But what an innings this. 21 of just 7 deliveries, 236 for 6.
Another left-hander for England. India have managed to keep that left-hand, right-hand combination going. Akshar Patel. Another Yorker as well. Archer finishes 1 for 61 for him, 237 for 6, 1 over left.
India 237 for 6.
Come on, come on, come on, Mumbai.
Yeah, expensive today from Jofra Archer. Struggling to find his line and length with that new ball. Coming back, owing to in-batters, was really hurt. The final ball, the single, Pandya just debated whether to stay on strike or to run through and trust. Akshar Patel is very, very capable with the bat.
Well, interesting one from England, maybe because the left-hander's on strike. Jax has had an incredible tournament. He's going to bowl the 20th over. They could go Overton. They're going to go Jax.
Well, this is going to be a humdinger of a game. Huge run chase, record breaking if England can chase it down. Absolutely entertained by the Indian batting lineup. Brook and his men leave anything in the tank. They will come out swinging.
As will Hardik Pandya here. The match-up of off-spin to a right-hander. Hardik is just thinking sixes. What Jax has done very well throughout this tournament is hide the ball out of the hitting arc. So hide it outside off stump to the right-hander. But he fetches it from outside off, and his first ball from Jacks disappears into the stands.
As he got a little bit of room to swing his bat. He wasn't looking to hit it over the offside, he was looking to hit it with the turn. Big stride forward, then makes the sweet connection.
But it doesn't take the single.
Yeah, I like this from Pandya. The matchup is in his favour. If he knew Jacks was definitely going to bowl this final over, he would have turned down the single final ball of the previous over. A player of off spin, he would just stand and try and hit.
Flat, straight, 6 more, 250 for India.
This is the reason why he didn't go for the single, because he knows that it will be a lot easier for him to play this big shot than the left-hander. The left-hander also has just come into bat, so it won't be easy for him. He's been at the crease for a while now, and he's a big hitter.
It's such a big gamble for England. If you're off spinner against a good hitter at the end, and Hardik Pandya is a huge gamble. Over left from Jamie Overton, so that would have been the debate. Wouldn't have went to Liam Dawson. Will Jacks, however, finds himself 2 balls to deliver.
Full and straight. This time Hardik wants 2. I'm not sure he's going to get back. He shouldn't get back, and I don't think he does.
Well, just for a second, both of them were running at each other. And therefore, he had to just slow it down just a little bit to avoid bumping into each other. He hits it hard. Now see, when he comes back for the second, he's almost running into Akshar Patel, and that slows him down just a little bit. But even then, it was always going to be a tight second run. Yes. (27 out of 251 for 7).
Ball to go. This innings, Hardik Pandya into the dressing room, maybe an apology for the run out. Ishan telling him he should have stayed at that end. Why did you run? Varun Chakravarti for the last ball. Megs everyone. It goes through Chakravarti, it goes through Butler, and they'll come back for 2. And that is an excellent innings. 253 for 7. Very strong batting lineup has delivered in this second semi-final.
It certainly has. Just about everybody has made a contribution apart from Abhishek Sharma. It's a very, very good score. 253 in 20 overs.
Yeah, high fives all round. It's an incredible performance with the bat. England going to have to give it everything and more. This will be break all sorts of records if they're to chase down 253. Contributions from everybody they will need. Ultimately get off to a good start. It's not going to be easy.